no excuses. It's got to do it. You put it in the name. And in order to test that out properly, we brought it to a Supermoto track. So we're out here at Oklahoma Motorsports Complex. Fun place, great track, very affordable. Annoyingly, the dirt section is kind of messed up right now. We're gonna push this thing out here. We're gonna see what it can do. We'll see with this new fuel injection and this a little bit of this out. There's doing some autocross out there right now. We've got some fun stuff to compare it with. Dewey's brought his DRZ big bore stroker out here, and he's a DRZ expert, so he's just dying to take this thing out. I brought my Sherco 500 Supermoto. We gotta keep it honest, you know. Gotta keep it in perspective. We're actually giving this thing away through fanofthem.com. You need to go to fanofthem.com/JakeTGS. You have to buy some merch related to this giveaway, and that will get you automatically entered to win. Yeah, someone's gonna win this thing. So we'll try not to crash it. Oh, look at that old Datsun. Oh. I don't know if my mic's picking up, but the noise of that, was that a straight 6? Okay, concentrate. We removed the little rubbers. The mirrors are off. I have removed 15 amp fuse from the ABS. The bike's basically stock, other than one very big thing, and that would be the tires. If you're looking to get one of these DRZs and you're trying to figure out what the first modification it needs to be those stock tires, because I'm sorry, but they're just dangerous. The Dunlops that they put on this thing, I'm sure they're not a bad tire, but they don't have the grip level that makes sense for this bike. And secondly, they put a 140 on the rear. So I actually reached out to Revzilla, asked them what they think, used their Gear Geek guys, and they suggested this 150 6017 Power 6s. So that's what we're running front rear. We pulled off the old tires, swapped them out, put these guys on. Big thanks to Revzilla, they set us up with these tires. I mean, and I want to show you something here. When we lean this bike over with that 140 on that 70 profile, the contact patch is crap and you're basically on the corner of the tire. When this is something we found out when I was just riding this thing around, leaning it over in parking lots, you could get the rear to break loose. You could slide this bike super easy. When we put this 150 on there, when we lean it over, we actually get a huge contact patch. I just knew coming out here today, if we ran those Dunlops, we're gonna end up low siding the bike. They were just dangerous. These Power 6s are some of my favorite tires. I've ran these on several bikes now. So whoever gets this bike for the giveaway, you are getting a nice set of these Power 6s. And don't worry, we're getting them all nice and scrubbed in for you. No chicken strips. Yeah, otherwise the bike, like I said, stock. We did an oil change on it too. With that being said though, let's see how this thing gets on at the track.
We took this thing out a few minutes ago, so he's already got the tires kind of broken. I feel like I might need to lower that brake pedal down a little, but let's just go see what we can do. Dewey, we're gonna get some impressions from him later on this thing. We call him the DRZ Whisperer in our Discord, which you definitely should join. All right, on you. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm gonna follow him now. This home is only against the 470. See how this thing wheelies. It's been a little weird wheeling at the throttle. Pushing on me. Let's take out the old DRZ, the old clunker here. You gotta love though the whistle from that flat slide. Oh, I turned the fuel on. Oh, it didn't turn it on. Man, the new DRZ is a lot smoother than the old one, but on a racetrack like this, I actually like the more vibrating engine. See, that one won't do that. Like, just, it won't stand up. But this, it's kind of weird, you know? This has got so much more bark and throttle response. I think most people's problem is they've never ridden a pumper carb DRZ. They're so much better when you put a flat slide pumper on these old carbureted ones. I actually really like this bike here. I think if he did some suspension stuff, he could tighten it up a little bit. Maybe even do some brake stuff to it. In fact, he's been trying to. Toxic Racing has been dragging their ass. He ordered their Moto Master kit for this thing. First impressions, new DRZ with the Power 6s. I'm impressed. I've ridden it a little bit before coming out here today, but you can't really assess it till you get it out here on something like this on the track. I'm surprised with it. I think the handling feels good. The brakes feel good. I definitely just got myself a bit whooped out there. It is, what's the temperature out here today?
Say 97.
97. It is humid.
Going on 100. On that start, and even on the straightaways when I was trailing you, I could not pull you with my stroker.
Big bore stroker, pumper carb. What cams you got?
It's the stage 2 cams.
And we know that DRZ, it's stock right now. There's been a few tuners playing with them. We already know they're lean. The 100% throttle is not 100% throttle, that they're playing with the ECU. And that, what did the one guy get? He put a full pipe on it and a tune, opened the airbox, and he went from 36, I think, to 42.
42, going on 40.
Can you imagine if we were out here with 42 right now? We would have to upgrade the brake. We would need to do a brake on it.
A couple clickers on the suspension, and this thing's a lot better. It's better than my stroker big bore, and that hurts me. That's one of the things that I was saying is when we were going to go take this thing out is what if it's good? And it's good. And we got the aftermarket support on this, and we do a few things to it. I'm surprised at what it's going to be.
Are you going to have to get one now?
I might have to win one. Fanofthem.com. Get your entry today.
Look at this guy.
It's better than my bike.
It's as much work as I put into my 300L. I think this would pull it. I think the suspension on my 300L was a little bit better, but we had fully dialed Racetech forks and a complete aftermarket shock. It's really, if we did a little bit of work to that and probably just the clickers, I hate to say it, all that work for my 300L. If you're looking at the 300L, and you're, especially if you're going to motard one, and then you're looking at, and you're thinking, well, what about the DRZ? The extra cost, you cannot put that money into the 300L and get it there. I always told people for years to go with the Continental Tack SMs. I think that's a great tire. I will say I think the Power 6 is better. I think it has better grip on the edges, plus you have the better center strip so you don't just burn through it. We should keep them honest here. Our DRZs,
You and I have also brought other bikes, and I think maybe in a minute here, I think I'm gonna take the Sherco out, and he's gonna take one of his YZs or something out, and we're gonna lay down some real laps just to remind ourselves. It's really just to keep ourselves in check with what these this bike is.
It's not a silver bullet.
No.
But it's a better DRZ.
Keeping our DRZs honest here with basically a YZ450. You go ahead and do it. He's got the magic tires on that thing with the slicks. Big old Brembo brake on the front. Here I am on the Sherco. This thing is absolutely built. If you don't know about this bike, go watch my video when I reviewed this thing. I liked it so much I had to buy one. Oh my God, this thing is good. I'm not saying this doesn't take away from the DRZ. It's just, this is different. The DRZ is like a guy with a GT Mustang. He's like, I got a sports car. Like, yeah, you got a sports car. It's good, man. I got a sports car. You get a sports car, man. I got a race car. It's not a race car, buddy. And one thing that Supermoto DRZ has over this Sherco DRZ is the DRZ has a slipper, and you saw that little wheel hop right there. That's what that'll do for you. Look at us running under the lights. I feel like I'm a MotoGP rider. Qatar. Never known how they say it.
The next morning.
I got out in that rough stuff. That was a mistake.
The DRZ470SM. It's called the Supermoto. We took it to the Supermoto track and we did Supermoto things with it. And honestly, we were impressed. The suspension on this new KYB suspension, I think is really, really good. I do wish the brake was a little bit better. It's basically the dual sport brake with a slightly bigger rotor. It's been okay, but it just, you gotta squeeze it. You really gotta lean on it. Like though it flips from side to side, there's been very good feedback. I've been pretty confident in it the whole time. I think these Power 6s are doing a lot for that. Bike still is fairly top heavy like the old DRZ. When you really are hard pushing it through the turns, when we compare that back to things like the Sherco or the YZ, yeah, you really notice it at that point. You're like, yeah, this thing is a bit heavy, but it's fine. It's not, man up a little, you'll be all right. I really wish we could have gotten into the dirt section. They're still kind of fixing it out there right now. Of course, they waited till today to, I shouldn't complain. Oklahoma Motorsports Complex is a really great place and you should come out here. We should have called ahead and asked. I did call and ask if the track was gonna be available. You need to specifically mention, hey, is the dirt section good? These guys are great. Seriously, come check them out. It's like 35 bucks a day here and you kind of do whatever you want. Look, I'm literally just standing out here on the track, chatting with you guys about a bike. It's definitely very quiet on the track, which actually has some funny benefits, like hearing your buddies coming up on you or Dewey looking for me and he couldn't figure out where I was at. I mean, that's just hilarious. But generally, it's fun. It's a Supermoto. We had a really great time with it. Now, the motor's the thing you want to know about the most. The power's good. Not that we care as much here at the track, but the engine is a lot smoother than the old one. The response is just a bit odd. And it's funny because you go fuel injection, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be good response, good power. And I think it's all related to the fly-by-wire system. Jumping between this bike and Dewey's bike with a flat slide pumper carb on there, that pumper carb hits way harder than this thing does. Big question is, what's it like with a proper tune on it? From some of those videos we've seen, those guys who are tuning it, like Two Wheel Dyno Works, they've shown that this thing is not at 100% all the time. If we could get it tuned proper, it could be really, really good. The slipper clutch is incredible in it. I mean, I was just stuffing that thing down from 5th to 2nd over and over again. The power feels good. It's just there's silly issues like gunshots going off in the background. It seems like it comes down to that fly-by-wire system. Plenty of fun out here on the Supermoto track. You could have a great time with it. Maybe tuning will fix it. I don't know. Still shotguns going off. My CRF 300L. I put a lot of money into that thing. I know we say this bike is pretty expensive, but I put basically the cost of the bike back into it. Suspension, motor work, tuning, Supermoto stuff. This is better. Take the money you're gonna put into the 300L and just buy this. Shotgun. If you are not on the Patreon, you need to be on the Patreon. That's all my buddies that come out here to the track with me are on the Patreon. Why aren't you there? Join the Patreon. That will get you into the Discord. Uncensored early access to these videos. Monetization ad-free. Thank you to RevZilla for setting us up with the tires for this thing. And be sure to head over to fanofthem.com/JakeTGS to win this bike. It's hot. I'm gonna go back in Rivet's RV and get in that AC. Y'all have a good one.